Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. Yes, I am wearing my Avatar Christmas sweater. It is cold in here, so don't judge. I have so many books around me right now, like I don't even know what I'm going to do with them all. But today we're going to do my 2025 TBR kitty. It's more than 25 books, but we're going to go through them and hopefully we get to them. I've got some that I own and some that are like new releases that are coming out, so without further ado, let's just get into it. All right, so I have so many books that I want to go over, so I'm just gonna like try to rapid fire. I don't even know where my like stacks are gonna start. I clear out a section of my bookshelf just so I could put my like 2025 TBR on it, but let's just go over these. So we have the most recent Magnolia Parks book. I am currently rereading Magnolia Parks and Magnolia Parks A Long Way Home so that I can read this one because I have forgotten everything that has happened in this. So we have Magnolia Parks, and then I want to get into some like adult fantasy, like epic fantasy. So we have Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This is the first book in like her entire like universe. This is the first book of the first trilogy. So I do want to read this. I know nothing about it. I'm gonna be going in blind. I have some Robin Hobb books. I'm not putting on my 2025 TBR is Brandon Sanderson, but I do have some of his books that I want to get to. But I figured I'd start with this because I think Brandon Sanderson's universe is a little bit bigger than this one. So we're gonna start small and work our way up. Then we have Classic, I Who Have Never Known Men. I don't know anything about this, just that I've heard it's good. It's about these women that were held underground. And yeah, that's all I know about it. It's short, looks like it'd be a quick read, so I want to jump into that. I have one more, I'm not going to dig it out. I have one more classic in this pile, but then we have Normal People by Sally Rooney. I have attempted this book before. I DNF'd it. I did not like it, but I want to give it another try. So I got me a copy off of Pango for real cheap. And so we're going to give Normal People another try. We're going to see, was it just right book, wrong time? How much have my taste changed? So Normal People by Sally Rooney. Then we have a Soul of Ash and Blood. The next book in the From Blood and Ash series comes out this year. I am currently rereading A War of Two Queens, so I do want to read. I have not read this one yet in preparation for the next one coming out. This series, I love it so freaking much. Like I said, I'm not going to really go into synopsis because I have so many books to go over. And then I want to get into some more adult books. We have Red Rising. I have heard nothing but great things about this. I've heard it's like Hunger Games in space. So we're gonna attempt Red Rising. But I don't know how that's gonna go. And then I want to continue reading Frederick Bachman. I read Normal People by him. Absolutely loved it. And I want to continue reading more of his books. So we have Beartown. I've heard such great things about this. I know this is about a city that like loves hockey, and something tragic happens, so we're gonna read it. And sorry, I love the smell of books, but anyway, we're gonna read it and see how it goes. And then I want to read Yellow Face by R.F. Kuang. Babel was a bit dense and it was intimidating, so I want to try something a little lighter by her, and Yellow Face it is. So the last one in this stack, we have All's Well by Mona Awad. I got this one last year, I believe, but I don't know. Her writing, so it draws you in. I read Bunny by her, and after I read it, it was like a fever dream. I was like, what did I just read? So I'm excited to jump into another one of her books and see if that's like the overarching scheme of or theme of all of her books. So All's Well. Then we have Quicksilver. I do have the indie pub version as well, but I don't want to mark up my indie version, and so we got Quicksilver. This has been all over my book talk and booktube, so I'm really excited to jump in and see what it's all about. And then some books that have been sitting on my shelves forever. That is Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. I read Shadow and Bone trilogy. I liked the first one, wasn't a fan of the second and third one, but I've heard that this duology is just incredible. So I'm excited to see what it's all about. It's been sitting on my shelf for a while because after reading that trilogy, I was like, I don't know. So it's been sitting here forever. So we're going to finally jump in and see what this trilogy, or see what this duology is all about. See what all the hype is. I want to jump on the hype train. Then we have Some Kind of Perfect by Krista and Becca Ritchie. I have read all of the Addicted Calorie Sister books except for Long Way Down and Some Kind of Perfect. I am currently going through my reread of it. That way I will be ready for this book. I am not ready for the series to be over because I love these characters so much. And there's really there's really no plot in these books. It's basically just a character study, and you're watching these three sisters and their significant others and their found family, and I love it so much. So hopefully we get to Some Kind of Perfect this year. Again, going into the adult fantasy, I have Book of Doors. I absolutely love this cover. I got this is the UK edition. But it caught my interest, and then Destiny Sidwell read it and she enjoyed it, so I was like, okay, I need to pick it up and I need to read it. A reread will be Flock. I read this trilogy when I first started getting back into reading back in like 2020, 2019. So this is one of the first like trilogies that I jumped into, and it recently got like traditionally published. So I have my indie published ones, but I bought these so I can read and annotate them and see if I love it just as much the second time around. Another classic, we have Rebecca. This was bought on a whim. Classics intimidate me, but I've heard really great things about this one, so I'm excited to read this one. So yeah, again, I'm not really going into synopsis because we'd be here forever. Another book that has been on my shelves for a long time is Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. I vow that this year I will read something by Olivia Blake. I have this, and I have One for My Enemy. I think that's all I have by her. Yeah, so we're gonna read one of them this year. Hopefully this one, because it's on my list. But this one is more like quirky and like fun, so just from reading the synopsis, so this is why I kind of want to jump into this one. I will finish off the Belladonna series. I even started this and never finished it, but I will read Wisteria this year, and I will mark Belladonna series off of my list. So, and then a book that I have already read, so we're already ahead, is Onyx Storm. Obviously, y'all know what this is. Loved it, 5 stars. I cannot wait for the next one, which I know we're not going to get for a while, but that just means that I can reread and enjoy it many, many times. Another book that has been on my shelf for a while is Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. I have never really read much sci-fi. I think this is a sci-fi, I believe. But yeah, so I really want to get into it and try something new out. I feel like a broken record. I'm like repeating myself. I want to finish the Plated Prisoner series this year. All I have left is Goldfinch, so shouldn't be too hard to do. But it's been sitting on my shelf for a couple months, so I even picked it up, picked my tabs out, and didn't even read the first page. And then the last physical book that is on my 2025 TBR is Spark of the Everflame, which I just finished last night. This series is so good. It's really good if you have that what's the word I'm looking for? If you have that Fourth Wing Onyx Storm hangover, so good. I have not been able to stop thinking about this since I finished it. I really want to jump into the second one, but I really want to pace myself because I loved it so much. But yeah, so that is the last physical book that we have on my 2025 TBR. Now let's go into some new releases and things that are going to be coming out throughout the year. All right, so I'm just going to put and please excuse the toys in the background. I have kids. All right, anyway, I'm just going to put a picture of the cover up on the screen. All right, so these are the books that are coming out this year that I have not got yet. The Things Gods Break. I love the games Gods play, so I'm really excited for this next one. And then we have Fearless by Lauren Roberts. I really want to finish up the Powerless trilogy, or the Powerless series. And then we have Wild Side by Elsie Silver. Enough said, self-explanatory. And then we have Sunrise on the Reaping. Once again, Hunger Games is one of my favorite book series when I was in high school, so every new one that comes out, I get and I read right away. I eat it right up. The Conditions of Will. This is a new book by Jessa Hastings that is coming out, and so I'm excited to get it. I do have Never. I am very scared to read Never, just because of the mixed reviews on it, and I don't know if she's going to continue the series because of such mixed reviews. So I'm really scared to read it, because if I like it and she doesn't finish it. Anyway, Then we have Great Big Beautiful Life, I believe, by Emily Henry. I'm really excited for this one. And then we have Kill Creatures. I saw this one through Books and Lala, and it sounds really good. It's like her friends die, and then all of a sudden they show up, and she's like, what do you mean how you can't be here because I killed you? So sounds really interesting. And then we have obviously Primal of Blood and Bone that's coming out, which is the next book in the From Blood and Ash series. And then lastly, we have My Friends by Frederick Bachman. So I'm really excited to get into more of like his books and things. So far, that is my 2025 TBR. Will it grow? Probably, most definitely. But as of right now, these are the books that I have to finish in 2025. So, tell me down below, what is a book that you want to read this year? What is a new release you're excited about? If you have any bookish suggestions or books that you think that I would enjoy, leave them down below because I love getting new book recommendations. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have not already, do please subscribe into my bookish community. It would make my day. I always love when I get a notification that I got a new subscriber. Also, don't forget to like this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you don't know what to comment, just comment this emoji right here, and I will see you in the next one.